Y'all, we are back on Whole New Vibe. I am your host, Salim. And y'all, the energy today. Let me sit like this. I gotta sit like this. The energy, let me holler. Let me pull up. Y'all, I have a special guest here today. I have the beautiful, talented Sydney Nicole here today. Come on, can we get her? How you doing? I love you.
Doing so good. I am so good, and I am so grateful that I get to sit here with you. And see everything that you have done. I mean, it's an honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
First off, when we first met, we clicked. I met you at Art Pop. It was a fashion show, and I was covering the event with Ohavia, a mutual friend we have, and I said, "Hold on." I said, "She pretty. Who's she?" I said, and I recorded a video of you. I was like, yeah. Everybody swiped up. I was like, who's she? Mind you, we wasn't following each other on Instagram yet. So I didn't tag you nothing. I just had this video of you on there. And I got your Instagram later. And then you seen the video I posted of you. And we just started. Since then.
Easy.
Like.
So easy.
My gal. Like we click.
You're my daily dose of energy.
And y'all, guess what? We both Aquariuses.
We are.
And guess what else?
There's one more thing.
Guess what? Our birthday's on the same exact day.
Same day.
The same exact day. Crazy. That's why we clicked. It's like. Because we know each other.
You're a part, exactly.
It's like
always have.
Like always have. I'm like the little brother she never knew she really had.
And now exactly. And I wanted me and my sister talk about this all the time. We wanted brothers. So of course I got one by marriage because she got married. I have a brother-in-law, but like you are my little just like me in every way.
We here, y'all. I'm so happy about this episode. Let me give y'all a little background. Sydney is a model. Listen, top tier. She been girl, you've been modeling. How long you been modeling?
Oh my gosh, since I was, I'm gonna say 8.
Oh, so
8
you
years
been
old. Mm-hmm.
So you been in the game.
Yeah.
And you've been doing some big things. I'm gonna let you get into it if you want to get into some of the things because I don't know what you can disclose and what you can't disclose. But you've been doing some big things. I gagged. I'm like, hold on. I said, oh. Okay, where you from originally?
I am from Gastonia, North Carolina. I'm from here.
You up the street?
Okay,
yeah, okay.
Born and raised. I was born in Gastonia, and then I spent the majority of my childhood and my teenage life in Kings Mountain, which is kind of 30 minutes, south of Gastonia. But then my family came back to Gastonia my senior year of high school.
Okay, so you.
Yes, so I've been here forever.
This your area. Forever. So this is where you want to stay?
It is absolutely not.
Oh,
no.
Period.
No.
She said no.
I always I say that this area, North Carolina, Charlotte, Gastonia is like my breeding ground. It's where I was placed to just kind of figure out who I am, to grow, to become established in my purpose. But I've always known that there was somewhere else that I needed to be. And I've kind of traveled the world in that, just trying to find that place that feels like home for me. And I found it, but I'll say it's a part of my journey. I don't think that's my final, but I found a place that I just I have to at least be here for a few years of my life. I love that. Yeah.
And I feel that too, because I'm not originally from Charlotte, but I could say Charlotte is it's home, but I know there's somewhere else I need to be.
Yeah.
So I definitely, girl, yeah. yeah. So I don't know, what's your dream city to live in?
Oh my gosh. So my dream city to live in, I'll put it this way. My dream is just to travel the world. I have such a traveler spirit. And so I want to go everywhere. I want to go from here to New York to London to Milan to Tokyo. I want to touch.
International.
Yes. I want to be international. But I want to raise my family in California.
Okay.
I've always wanted that. Yeah.
I've always wanted
that. Why? I don't know. When I get there, it might change. But as of now, that's on the vision board.
And I'm glad you said raise a family. We're gonna get back to that.
Ooh,
okay. We gonna circle the block on that one. So what made you like get into modeling?
I was kind of forced into it.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna say forced. Like as a little girl, I knew that fashion was gonna be a big part of my life because when I was a little girl, my mom would buy me dolls, and I would always have these weird experiences where I just like. You know how they come clothed? Mm-hmm. I would look at them and say, ooh, I know you would be fire in this. Like, even as a little girl.
Yes.
And so I just kind of played with it. But the big thing for me at that time was just designing. So that's a part of my life as well. But when it came down to modeling, I was always so tall for my age. When I say freakishly tall, I was even as a baby, like 3 months old, my body was like hanging off of my car seat. It's not normal, but it happened. And so my mom and dad put my sister and I both in modeling. But for me, it was just like, it felt like home.
Stuck.
It did. It felt like home. And so I was like, I want this. My sister was like, girl, you got it.
I love that.
It's all you.
I love that.
But I knew since at that time, that was for me.
I love that. So your first gig was like when you was 8? Like your first?
Yes. I would do runway shows.
Girl.
And I was trying to think of it the other day what the name of that store was. But I remember it being, I don't know if you know well, no, you don't. If you're not familiar with Gastonia, there's like a shopping plaza. And there was a store that was in the plaza and they would do like yearly runway shows of like their little collections and stuff. And so we would do that every year. And I was like, oh, okay, runway introduction.
Look.
And I would kill it.
I just
8 years old, I would kill it.
And let me tell you how I know, because the energy with her, y'all, the energy when she walked in here, I was like, she out-energized me. And you know I bring energy. Like, that's what I do. Everybody knows. I'm like, boom. Let me sit down. Let me sit down. So I know, I just know, I just know. And that's how I felt like growing up, me entertaining, I've been doing dance. Yes. So I've been dancing since I was probably like 8. Now it's theater, and that's what I'm majoring in. And I feel like that it's like entertaining and just like,
it's you.
Showing, like, having people see my light.
Exactly.
That's you know, I gotta be seen.
It is big. Your light is so big. Like, if the world don't experience you, I feel bad for them.
That's what I'm saying. People, you gotta love me.
Feel that way.
You gotta love me.
Like you have to just. You meet people and you're like, God, you're so big. And some people don't even realize how big they are. I don't even think you realize how big you are. But like your light is so grand. And I'm like, when the world get a hold of you
one day
and they experience you, the impact that you're going to have, not just on the generation that you're in, but the generation that's going to come, you're going to make them so unapologetic about themselves.
Come on, somebody.
And that's why I just like,
look,
it's just good.
It's like, and I feel that because like I wouldn't say until recently, probably a little bit before we like actually started getting connected. I was in a shell. I was like, and I put myself in that shell because I would say it was the embarrassment. I didn't want to feel embarrassed by other people, or like I didn't want the judgment of other people, you know, to like get this side of me, even though I knew it was always there. Like, and I used to be telling myself, it's okay when I get 20, 21, 22, I'ma just but it's like then I was like, you know what, girl, I'm gonna be big. You know, let me just be me. Let me just like, even to like the little things we do on, like, let's say social media. We like, I'm a theater kid. I like didn't even post like theater videos because I used to be so scared of people seeing me like that light. Like it got to that bad. It was like I didn't want to see people seeing me dance. I didn't want to see people like seeing me do theater. It got bad. So I had to like realize how to step out of that. Like, hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Peer pressure.
Like I had to like really like
snap out of it and realize you some pressure
in real life.
And God gave you that gift for people to experience. So those who judge who will, there are some who will, and they're not judging you for the simple fact like, they're judging you because they haven't tapped into their purpose yet and you have, and it's intimidating. But if they look at you the way that they're supposed to, they'll begin to tap into their own, find their own way, and then they'll recognize why it's so important for them to show up like you've shown up.
Did she just give me a word?
I mean,
did she just give me a word?
They gonna recognize.
Did she just give me a word?
They gonna recognize. I ain't here to play. I am not here to play.
Hold on. I was gonna lean back like this and just chat like I gotta sit like. Hold on, let me sit. She just gave me a word.
Listen.
So, what was your first passion? Was it always modeling?
Oh my gosh, yes, modeling.
Okay.
Modeling. There was nothing else. There
And
was literally nothing else.
That's big because I see a lot of people even me over time it changes. But see, with you, it's stuck.
It's stuck.
That's
There's been different
good.
dimensions of the industry, of course. Like I said, I had design I love, I still do. But modeling was just, I think, is like that segue to go into all the other areas that I'm going to touch. But yeah, God did not create me as a box.
Yeah.
He just created me to be multidimensional. And so I'm learning to tap into those areas and saying, it's okay for me to be a model, a designer, a business owner.
Talk about it.
All these things,
Talk about
a
it.
philanthropist, all those things. That's who I am. That's what I embody. And so absolutely, I'm going to touch every part of those places. But it's just, there's a time and a season for each and every one of those doors to open for me. So I'm just taking it a step at a time and trusting my journey.
And I feel like people get placed in that box. Like, okay, I'm going to school for this, so this is the only thing I gotta be. I'm going to school to be a doctor. I can't do nothing else. I can't dance. I can't do. No, understand, you as a person, as a human, you're going to want to do other things, and you can do other things. You do not have to be placed in this one box where you feel like, oh, I just went to school for that. So that's, girl, if you don't go out there and do it, I don't care if you want to go on the phone. You better swing it.
You better do it.
You better swing it. You better swing it, Dr. J.
Okay, period.
You better twirl.
Listen, you must razzle dazzle. You must razzle dazzle.
Now, so what does a good time to Sydney Nicole look like?
Oh my God, a lot of people don't know this because a lot of people have told me when they see me, they think I'm so mean and that I'm not, and I'm working on this. But it's my face, I can't help it. But I feel the same way. I like to play. I'm like a child at heart. Like I like to go to arcades. I like to play. I've never, of course, I've had my time, going to the clubs and being
Yeah.
But even that, just doing reflection on my life, I didn't really enjoy that. I just thought it was a part of me having to do it because I was growing up, and it was something that people said, oh, that's what you have to do. But I recognized in those times I was not being myself. I'm myself when I'm going into these different places. Like if I want to go to an arcade, or I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, or I want to go to Frankie's and just ride go-karts and shoot basketball, that's me.
Yeah.
I like to go bowling. I was planning my birthday, and I was like, y'all, we're going to get dressed up, but wear your sneakers because we're going to have a good time. I'm the playful, I'm the fun girl, but I'm still very I like to be in my bubble.
Yeah.
Because I'm protective of me, and the people that's in my world. But fun to me is just childlike things.
Yeah.
Game night with my family. Let's play Monopoly and do that's me.
That's who I
am. So we're going to a basketball game because your girl loved basketball. I'm a basketball fan through and through. Okay.
See, that's what we different.
I'm a basketball. I am a basketball fan through and through. Can't do football, but
I was just at the Laker game, right? I was sitting there like this,
not knowing what's going on.
I said to my friend, I said, you want to leave third quarter, girl? And we left third quarter. I said, hey, LeBron, okay. Hey, LeBron, I'm here for him. I see him. I'm about to go. I'm about to go.
We be at the end of fourth quarter, seeing the players walk back in the tunnel. You're like, girl. That's me.
I was sitting like, but no, that's what we are when it comes to our fun. Don't look like really the people we hang around.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even like me, I was always told because I don't like going to clubs. I'm not a club person. I'm not here and there. I'm a hookah lounge person here and there, but I'm not no club. And all my friends be like, it's you boring. Come on, you don't want to do. And I'm like, girl, first off, all my friends know you can't guilt trip me to do anything.
Period.
If I said no.
I mean no.
I meant it then. Mm-hmm. I meant it 5 minutes later. I took a nap, went to sleep, woke up, and still meant it. So I said what I said when I said it, how I said it in the form I said it in. So, but that's what I feel like our fun don't look the same to other people. And it do get annoying. But girl, we're going to do what we're going to do. And what about it? So what would you tell someone who is trying to get into modeling?
Oh my gosh, I love that question so much. I have been through a very my journey has been tough.
Mm-hmm.
And, ooh, it's been tough. One thing I want to tell is just love who you are.
Ooh.
Stand in the mirror, and I know this is going to be very weird. Stand in the mirror naked and say everything that you love about yourself. The industry will make you want to lose weight, you know, the perfection, the ideal of perfection, and I'm here to tell you it's not real. Perfection is when you embrace the authenticity of who you are and know that that's perfect, know that that's good. And I told myself the other morning when I was in the mirror, because I had a moment, I still have my moments. I can't sit here and say, oh, I
Yeah.
got it all together, I figured it out.
Yeah.
No, I still have my moments, I'm human. But I was like, God designed me the way that I am, unique and specific to my design.
Yeah.
And it's good. I can't look at the cover of a magazine and say, oh my God, I gotta get down to a size 0. My body type might not be suitable to
Yeah.
a size 0. My bones might not captivate a 24-inch size waist.
Right.
It just might not.
Right.
And so I have to be so accepting of who I am to say in every room that I go in, there's still an opportunity for me if that's the room I'm supposed to be in. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with if that is my room,
Yes.
if that is my door.
Yes.
If it's not a rejection, it's just a redirection.
Come on, somebody.
It's saying, hey, they might say it as you're not what I'm looking for, which is fine. Absolutely, that's okay. But it's still saying, okay, God, if this wasn't a door that you're opening for me, there's another one that's coming. So you're keeping this space open so that I'm not missing out on opportunities that are actually ordained for me. So I want you to hold on to that message there. And it's not just for modeling, it's for any industry. There are going to be no's, there are going to be yeses, whether you're trying to be a doctor, a teacher, a dancer in the entertainment, in theater, photography, videography, you want to do films, whatever it is, embrace the fact that people are telling you no because they're helping you not get in rooms that you're not actually supposed to be in, because you're going to miss what's for you if you're trying to constantly be in every room. You are not designed for every room. You're not designed for every table. I'm sitting at this table because it was ordained. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but this time and this moment was cut out for me.
Come on.
It was cut out for me. And so it was just time on God's calendar to say, hey, an opportunity's going to come up.
Yep,
You can take
literally.
It, take it.
Big on that. Because it's like we get into, and we all hate rejection. And we get into like we feel like, dang, we go into the, I'm not good enough. Oh, now I should have did this or da-da-da. But y'all have to, if you take it like that room was not for you either ever or at that time. It was not good for you.
Yes.
He was saving you from something you needed saving from.
Yes.
And I think people see us, you see people on social media and you think, because social media don't give the backstory.
Never.
So
never.
You see people on social media and think you like, oh yeah, she got it together. I want to be like her. Baby, your story is going to be a little different. Her trials and tribulations, you might not be able to handle it. So he going to put you on another, like you have to, like you cannot look at other people and like, oh yeah, she in that room. I need to, no, baby.
It's not going to look the same.
It's not going to look the same.
It's not.
Your hurt might be a little harder.
And I can't handle it.
Look, your pain might look different, and your rejections might be more.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, I got 100 no's before I got a yes, and that's in everything that came to the theater world. This podcast, the dance, everything I did, I got 100 no's before I got a yes. So it's like you have to really look at your own. Don't. Block out everybody else. Block out everybody else's life and really focus on your light and what you want to do, because it's not going to look the same, baby.
And find yourself. Like, find who you are. I know a lot of people look at other people's lives and they try to duplicate because they don't know who they are.
Yes.
Get to know yourself. If there's seasons where God allow us to really get to know who we are.
Yes.
Take that time to say, what is it that I'm passionate about? What do I like? Do I like to create, or am I not? Like, what is it who am I?
Yes.
Ask that question, who am I? I know I was sent here. Why was I sent here? What is my purpose? And really, like, whatever comes up to you, just start moving on that. You never know what you're going to walk into, but if you just can be radical enough to say, it's this one thing I do know about myself, I'm going to move on it.
Yes.
If it's building a business,
build
that business.
Look. Heavy on
Write
that.
a book, whatever it is, whatever flows out of you, just do it, but do not look at somebody else's life, because again, and we were talking about this earlier, how I said this is a year to build. Like I felt,
Yes.
I genuinely last year was like, I don't know if I want to be on social media for a year. I just want it to be intimate for me, where I'm able to really just build what God has put inside of me.
Yes.
I don't need an audience. I just need me and God.
Yes.
That's all I need.
Yes.
But before I needed an audience, because I needed to be validated.
Yes.
I needed to be.
I was just about.
I needed
yeah.
somebody to applaud for me. I
Yes.
needed people to just, like, yes, and I needed that, and I knew that was an area for me
Yes.
to heal in.
Yes.
Because that was some things I needed to deal with in that. But now I don't. Now I know that I am secure in who I am. I don't need other people to clap. I can create outcomes, but then journey along the way to say, this is what I actually went through. And there are things I'm going through right now people don't know about, and they don't need to, but I know it's going to lead up to a point where I can share it and it'll make an impact.
Yes.
I have to walk my journey first. I can't just be out here spewing and doing things and miss the whole part of it because I'm trying to be up front where God is like, I need to talk to you in the back.
She giving a word to me right now.
I need to holler at you in the back, but you're still trying to be up front. You got to be in the back sometimes, and it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I think that's where, even it's like social media come in. You think all the time you're supposed to be up here when you trying to skip the line.
Exactly.
He trying to get, you didn't sit right here real quick. First off, you are right there. You trying to skip. Girl, sit down.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't.
Girl, sit down. But no, I'm like heavy on that because even like me, that social media validation, it had a time period where I definitely needed that. I needed but now it's like, girl, whether you,
I could care less.
if you give me the validation, I don't care. If you don't give it to me, I don't care. But thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
No, and like a genuinely thank you. But I'm to the point where I'm very comfortable in my skin. And when it took some time.
I'm still in it.
And it's like, yes, it's still, and I feel like that journey, it's a long journey.
It is.
It is. It's not going to happen overnight. So that's why for people who feel like they stuck in whether it's career, whatever you want to do, or even not just, I want you to do that mirror trick she told you to do, look in the mirror, because that works for real. Because it's like, this world make you feel like you got to be something that you're not. You got to be this. You got to look like this. You got to smell like this. You got to, hold on. You got to look like.
Take a bath.
Wait, hold on. Take a bath. Hold on. You got to look like this.
Please take a bath. We want you to smell absolutely amazing.
No, smell your best, please.
Yes,
please. I didn't mean to say this. I was rushing in. I was rushing. Yeah, please.
Hygiene is
please. It's a must. Please, no, please. I'm begging, please. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Y'all knew he was saying.
Y'all know what I meant. Y'all knew what I meant. You see how to Hold on. Ooh. Okay. So I got a segment on my show when I do interviews. It's called In Your Business.
Okay.
You ready? We're about to get in your business, but we're not going to get in your business. You feel me? Okay. You ready? So if you have a man, and let's say he well off, he got some good money to him, and he says, I don't want you to model ever again. I want you to stay home. I want you. Look, you already, it's the Aquarius, so I already know what she about to say. Anyway, I want you to stay home. I want you to let me take care of you. How would you react to that?
Like you said, you already know my answer to that. My non-negotiable is, and this will be, I'm not currently in a relationship. I'm not dating anybody, but it will be, my purpose is always first, as well as his should be. So when he say he wants to take care of me, you take care of me by helping me and supporting me, fulfilling my purpose.
Come on, that's how you take care.
So that's how you take care of me.
For real.
But you telling me to sit back and I will support you, of course. I know there's levels to this. I will always be supportive, but when it comes to my purpose came first before anything else.
Right.
And it will have to continue to be that way.
Right.
Of course, they will be a part of my purpose at that time, but it's still first. So you cannot ask me. The only person that can ask me to step back from my purpose and doing what I'm supposed to be doing is God. And so until he say, hey, this season of your life is over, sir, you going to have to show up to these runway shows.
In real life.
You going to need to send me 2 dozens of roses on set, okay? You
'Cause
going to have to.
And I hate when because I hear a lot of, especially women, get that from their man. They're like, I want to take care of you, but y'all got to realize that purpose that was in that person was here before you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be here after you.
Yeah, like I have to fulfill my purpose.
Period.
Some people, they want to be, the stay at home, and I absolutely applaud that, and I think that's absolutely great because some women, that's what they were designed to do. I commend that completely.
Yes.
But I know for me, that's not my path.
Yes.
So again, I'm one that is obedient to times and seasons. I'm obedient to my purpose. I'm obedient to the divine. And when those times come to an end in marriage or outside, like that's my flow of life. And I know at that time it will change. But again, how that looks is still according to how it's supposed to look.
Yes.
That God has preset for me. So it would just, if you not for it, you not for me.
You not for it.
You not for me.
You gotta go.
You gotta
and
go.
I'm big on that. That's because we supposed to be here. You supposed to want to see me.
Yes.
Like especially like if it's it shouldn't even be a. If you suggest it, okay, suggest it. Cool. Sugar buku bestie. But no, but don't try to force. Don't try. Thank you so much. I'm so
sensing this from within yourself.
Yeah,
it's God.
Because you know me, I'm gonna give a sarcastic. Did that hurt?
Okay.
That's stupid. That was all in your chest. Did that hurt? Oh, I know it hurt, baby. I know how I love you so much. Come on, give me a kiss, because I know it hurt. That's stupid. That was all up in there.
Built up, backed up. You released it.
It felt like a heart attack, didn't it?
You did.
I know it did. I know it did. So do you want kids?
I do. And you know what's funny? I did not want kids before. Had you asked me about 5 years ago, I was the rich auntie that was just traveling, minding my business. I didn't want children. But the past few years, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have just visioned my life being a mom. I want to adopt and I want to have one naturally.
Yes.
But adoption has always been a desire for me.
Yes.
So I definitely want children.
I want kids too, so bad. Yeah. I was tell everybody if I can have kids right now, which I can, but I don't know. No, but just like you said, like a couple of years ago, I was like, girl, please.
Okay. No, don't be children.
Because I definitely want to adopt. But I was like, now I really want a kid, like so bad.
The way I love
come here, Bookie.
Come join us.
Come here, my baby crying, calm down.
Listen, and I think it was my niece and my nephew that really did it for me. Like when they came into, like my sister had them, it's a big shock to your world. You like, is this really happening? But the way I love them is like
they're your own, like
you love your parents, you love your siblings, but it's different.
Yeah,
it's so different. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all probably saw it on Instagram when my niece did my makeup the other day, and had me out here looking like.
Oh, I seen that, yeah. But see, that's the fun stuff. I love that.
Like, girl, your contour is not in the right place.
Yeah, baby, we're gonna fix that one day.
Your beat is insane. But I just love them, and I'm like, oh my God, the type of love that I have for them, and then to have them for my children, it will be out of this world.
Yes. And I feel like I just cannot wait to that moment. It's gonna come.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna rush it.
Don't.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna rush
Times and seasons.
I
ain't ready yet. But
I don't feel like I'm ready because it's a lot of trauma. Let's say that when back to even my parents that I'm therapy for. So I want to get all that mentally straightened out before I have it because. Sometimes you don't know you passing on curses.
Yes.
Like you don't know it. You just think, oh, my mama did this, so like you don't. And that's something. So good. That's something I want to break.
Good. That is so. We are the same.
Yeah, literally. I told you. And people don't do that. Like people like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do what my mama did to me. But sometimes you don't know.
It's subconscious.
Yeah, you don't know.
You've done it for so long. It's just like it just comes out of you.
Yes.
On autopilot, and you're just like, was I? And it takes somebody putting a mirror in front of you to say, dang, I was.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I'm not dating now. I don't do things to be perfect, right? I do things to be prepared. I always said that the next person that I do get into a relationship, one, I want them to be my last,
Mm-hmm.
but two, I don't want to bring luggage in that they will have to carry.
Yeah.
That's not meant for them to carry.
Talk
It's meant
about
for
it.
me. So I'm unpacking
Yes.
everything so that when I go into this, I still have things that I'm working on, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of what I'm working on.
Come on,
And
somebody.
I know my process, and I can present to them, hey, this is a trigger for me. I know how to do this, but they can become support to me.
Yes.
But not some people go into situations and say, deal with all of this.
Yes, and I feel like that's luggage. Back off.
Okay, you go with it.
You better take your shoes off at the door.
Okay,
But no,
period.
but I feel like people don't do that. People don't take the time to let themselves completely heal.
Yes.
Not you say, "Oh, I'm healed. I'm over." Healed and over it is two different
It's
things.
two different things.
I'm over
Two.
it. I'm over what happened to me when I'm over it. Healed. That I'm working on it.
Oh, period. Like I'm not. People like to. They're over it is sweeping it under the rug,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, "Oh, I'm okay," but you just cried about the same.
Yeah, you're not healed,
You
baby.
need to sit down. You need to reflect, and you need to become so aware of yourself to say, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling," and allow that brokenness to surface up. Allow all that stuff to come up so you can start to deal with it. It's not easy, but a lot of people they don't like to do the work.
Yep. Come
And
on.
everything in this life requires work. Healing requires work. Relationships, pursuing a career, all these things require work. And they think, oh, I got this. I'm like, but you don't.
Yes.
Because if you did, you would take a step back to say, there's work I need to do
Yes.
on me.
Yes.
I cannot put in work in a relationship if I haven't even taken the time to put in one with my own self. My self relationship is more important than anyone that I can
Anybody?
establish.
Come on.
Because if I'm not showing up for me, how in the world can I show up for you?
Right.
It's contradictory.
Right.
I'm
right.
sitting here contradicting myself.
Right.
And you shouldn't trust me.
Right.
And that's how I see my life. If you're not showing up for yourself, if I see you dismissing yourself, but you're trying to show up for me, there is no way in the world that you can fully show up for me. You didn't show up for yourself. So I know right there, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. And I feel like that is very important, especially black people. We are told even at a young age what goes on in the house, stay in the house.
Ooh,
With,
that's a big one I have to heal from.
Like, so we don't like talking about, like, we don't like doing the work to do the heal, like going to a therapist or talking about it, letting it out, because we was as children told to sweep it under the rug, pray about it, or just don't tell nobody. We had a discussion in this house. It better not even go to grandmama's house. Like, it's like we've been told since we were kids to do that, and we are. Oh Lord, my watch done came off. Hold on, one moment. And we were. So you see how the devil be trying to. The devil be trying to interrupt. I was on a roll. I can't. Lord have mercy, I was on a roll. Okay, but like we was always told to, like, you know, so we don't like. It's harder for us to, especially male black men. It's like we soft. It's soft, or it's y'all go get some healing, and that's everybody. White, black, purple, green.
I don't care.
Go get some healing.
We all are so broken, and exactly what you said. That's one of the things I had to heal from, and I don't blame my parents or anybody. Like, I'm grown enough to take full accountability for what I have to heal. And I know that they were doing the best that they can, because what they taught me was what was passed on to them.
Yes.
And so with me, I have to say, hey, they did great. My parents did a great job.
Yes.
And they just taught me what they knew, which was a good job.
Yes.
So for me, I'm like, okay, so I was raised to say, whatever stays in this house, you better keep it in this house. And it created a muzzle on me to where when I got older, I had to recognize I didn't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
I really didn't know how to communicate. And so I was like, okay, because a lot of times we like to just treat the reaction, but we don't get down to what caused the reaction.
The reaction, yes.
So getting down to the root of it and saying, why do I do that? And saying, oh, that's why.
Why?
When
Yeah.
I was a little girl, this is what I was taught. If we look back at everything, a lot of our foundation was created when we were children.
Yes.
And so now we're adults that's still those children.
Literally.
So we have to grow ourselves up. Even at the age of 32, I'm still growing up that little girl. I'm not 5 years old anymore that had that experience. I'm not 6 or all those different experiences I had when I'm not that age anymore.
Right.
But I can look back and say, I did experience that. It doesn't define me. I can heal this and still move on and be okay in my life. That was just a teaching point for me. So now I know how to communicate. Now I know how to be open without feeling like if I do, I'm going to be shamed. Or I'm going to be judged. If you judge me for me communicating my needs, that's on you, not me.
That's a personal problem.
That's personal. And I don't have to carry that weight. So that freedom in and of itself to be honest, to be authentic, and that just still comes from communicating what's going on inside of you, but doing it with you first. Because if you sit here and say, oh, I need you to understand this about me, but do you understand that about yourself? Like, how many conversations have we had with ourselves?
Like, for real.
Because we like to project, we like to deflect, we like to, it's your fault. No,
I was to say the blaming game. Like, we like
Right.
to point fingers, but we do not like the
Yes.
internal. Like, we have to.
Listen.
We have like.
Let's
we
be
have
real
to
about it.
take responsibility for some of the things we do.
We have to, because we're grown, okay? So I can't be walking around, you did this to me, you did that. Okay, so I did that. When you gonna grow up and say your part,
Yeah.
right? When I look back with dating, when I look back and I said, what part? I can't sit here, I'm not in a relationship with them no more. They did whatever they did, but what part did Sydney play?
Right.
Because if
Right.
I can't learn about myself, I'm not growing.
Right. Because whatever you did, you're going to take it to the next.
Period.
And you're not supposed to take it to the next whatever. You're not supposed to
No.
take it.
No.
And we're not going to speed by you talk about you 32 when you're 19. Yeah, she tried
You
it.
gave me some rain.
Yeah, she tried it. She thought I wasn't going to come back to that. Girl, she tried to talk about something. She 32. Girl.
I will be 32 next month.
On our birthday.
On our birthday, I will be 32 years old.
I
I can't, like,
Yeah, I know you can't wait.
Huh?
You can't wait. You happy?
I am happy. Because I'm like, age is just a number.
It is
It's
a number.
just
It does not.
That's how
You
long
as
I've been here.
you feel good.
But
You
I
feel young. You look young. Like
yes, I
we
take
here.
care of myself. I know there's longevity over my life because I said it, and the way I take care of myself
Yeah.
declares that. So it's just I'm gonna be 32 years here on this earth, and so I'm grateful for that. A lot of people didn't see it, so this life is a gift to me, and I treat every single day like it's a gift, even when it's tough.
come on, somebody.
Even
You
when
got
it's
to.
tough. Yeah.
You got to. Even like the bad days, you got to keep pushing through. I know it's hard. Oh, child, we know it's hard. We know we just want to sit down and just don't want to do nothing. We want to lay down. We just want to do nothing. But I get when I tell, and it gets like that. You're gonna have a couple of days. It's like, girl, I'm not getting up. I don't want to. I don't want to answer the phone. Don't call me. Don't text me. I don't want to chat with your mother. Them. But it's like you got to, like you have to, because life. If you stay in that bubble, you're not gonna know how to deal with situations like that. You got to get up. You got to do something. Go take one of my self-care things. Take yourself on a date. By yourself. Don't call nobody. Don't text nobody. Don't tell nobody to go with you. I just went to go see a Broadway play by myself. Don't talk to me. I do that especially on the 1st of January every New Year. Take yourself out by yourself. Don't go with nobody. I don't care if you're in a relationship. You tell them to sit down real quick.
Okay.
You tell them to sit down.
I'll let you later.
Yeah. Well, I see you on the second day. I
let
see
you
you the
in a
second
few.
day. Okay, my last question.
What you got?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh my gosh. In 5 years, where do I see myself? I see myself married. I do see myself with at least one child.
Okay.
At least one.
I'm coming to the wedding, right?
Yeah, period.
Okay, I'm
You're the
just
flower
making sure.
girl.
Yeah, that out for me.
I see myself traveling. I see myself on the cover of Vogue. I see myself internationally recognized, multi-agency signed.
Yeah.
I see myself, with a few different apps and things that's like for the industry as far as modeling. I see myself with a book. One of the best-selling books.
Come on, somebody.
I see myself with a clothing line. I see myself with so many things, and that's just in 5 years. So I have work to do, but ultimately I see myself happy and at peace.
Come on, somebody. That's the biggest one.
Just happy.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard somebody recently on a podcast say, take little steps to reach. You don't have to, when you think about it like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. If you take just the little steps to build whatever you want, like let's say you want to build a business, get your LLC. You don't have to have the brand made. You don't have to have the clothes already. Just take the little steps.
It's the little things.
And I guarantee that 5 years, you go, oh,
Like, look what I did. Oh, you did that.
I can sit in on here.
Okay.
Like, for real. So, I want to thank you for coming on Whole New Vibe. Like, this is, oh my God, we just been chatting. It's already been 40 minutes.
Oh my God.
It didn't even feel like that. But y'all,
It's good conversation.
it's good conversation. And yeah, she's going to be back on season 2.
Okay, period. I like season 2.
She going to be back on season 2. We going to do what we got to do.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Thank y'all for watching Whole New Vibe. I'm your host, Salim, and we're out.
Bye.